Hey, Uncle Dave. I just wanted to share this with you, and I thought making a quick video might help you to, to just get a better understanding of what's possible. So, if you go to NotebookLM and you're logged into your school account, hopefully you have some of these more advanced features and you can play around with them. But what I wanted to just show you was just the way I created this. So you just go to Create New Notebook. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to upload your own sources. What I did is because based on our conversation, we were talking about math education. I found some peer-reviewed articles in PDF form, and I'm just going to upload those in right now. And then you can have all kinds of, you can paste straight text in, or you can link to things like websites or YouTube videos. So I found a YouTube video on 5 principles of extraordinary math teaching. And so what I've basically done is I've uploaded all 3 of these. So this pane right here is going to be where your sources get added, and you can kind of collapse that at any time. You kind of got 3 panes here. The middle one is where you can interact with the sources through kind of a more traditional chat kind of feature. And then the right pane over here is where you can create content, and this is where a lot of the really cool stuff happens. So you could begin by just clicking on the different things you want to make. You can see here you can do an audio overview, which is like a podcast, or a video overview, which is like the same podcast but with images. I can show you how to make mind maps. You can make flashcards if you want to memorize things, or there's some new infographics, and you can actually make a whole slide deck based on the information over here. But before we get to that, let me just show you this this center box right here. The center pane basically allows you to explore the information. It's synthesized for you here, and then you can ask it the question in so maybe you want to know how can I implement math confidence from a systems perspective. And then you can ask, and it's going to look through all of these things. And basically what it's doing is it's just reading through the 3 articles and then creating this response based on those articles. And what I really find fascinating about this is that it only is using these 3 sources, and then will give you the citations for those 3 sources within the information. So if you hover over, you can see exactly where this came from, where this information comes from. In this case, it's coming from multiple sources. And so yeah, if you really needed to know something and where it came from and what to trust, maybe you trust these 2 sources over this one, over the YouTube video, so you can see where that information comes from. It's pretty cool. But really where the cool stuff happens is over here in this studio. So I want to show you some of the things over here. So what I've done is I've already generated some content down here. Basically what you do is you take these buttons you have up here, and you press them, and then it makes the content down here. So I've already pressed the button for audio overview, which is like a podcast, but you can also do a video overview. I've made a mind map, and then I've also made an infographic and slide deck. So I've clicked on all these about 5 minutes ago, and now it's generated these down here. And the first one I want to show you probably is the simplest one, which is you can just look at a mind map, and it takes all these sources, and let's say you just wanted to get what are the 5 principles of extraordinary math teaching from that YouTube video, and then it goes into these, and then you can even delve into it more. So say yes to ideas. What does that actually mean? So you can kind of unfold these concepts, and obviously the more concepts, the bigger the mind map will get. So that one's pretty cool. But then this I would say is one of the cooler ones. If you go to the interactive version of this, we're going to show you what happens here.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really fascinating stack of sources, all focused on a critical mission.
A very critical one.
Yeah, we're talking about transforming mathematics education.
Right. Moving math away from being the source of, fear and anxiety.
And just rote memorization.
Exactly. Into a journey of genuine curiosity, discovery, and real confidence building.
And this isn't just a sort of feel-good mission, is it? It's urgent.
Oh, it's an urgent economic and civic one. I mean, the core problem is...
So you can see how this would allow you to understand this. I mean, that was just the introduction, but it gets deeper into it. You know, the podcast can be anywhere between like 6 and even like 15 minutes, and you can listen to it, and it helps you to process or at least understand what the articles are about. And then there's another cool feature within this feature.
You say, I don't know, let's find out. Or, that's fascinating, convince your partner.
You shift the responsibility of mathematical validation onto the students.
The teacher...
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. This makes sense that we should not show the answer, but at what point do we actually show the answer and help those students that are looking for the answer?
That is a brilliant question. It really captures the tension of this approach.
It's the critical juncture. We don't want them frustrated forever.
Exactly. The goal isn't just perpetual struggle.
It's productive struggle.
The key is that the answer should almost never come from the teacher.
It should be generated by the discussion itself.
When students are allowed to debate and justify their thinking, they convince themselves.
So instead of you giving the answer, you let a peer give the answer.
So you can see where that could be really helpful, especially if you're really trying to understand something and don't understand it halfway through the podcast. So that's the interactive feature, which is just this little hand here. You have to click on that to be able to get to that one. Just to show you some of the other things I generated, this is a slide deck that is generated with images and information from the sources, which you can download and share with other people. So it's a good way for you to even share synthesized information. And then there's also this mind map, which takes all the information from the sources and puts it into maybe a more easily digestible, simple visual that can be used to show everything. So yeah, there's so many different ways that you can, once you have these sources in here and you find really good sources, that you can understand things and also share things with other people. So I hope this really helped you to understand this tool, and let me know if you have any questions or find some cool uses for it. Have a good one.